Hi friends, happy Sunday to you on October 10th, and I thought I'd share a SQUINT podcast and an update for you. So here's my podcast. Comes out of the comes out in Nehemiah chapter 4 verses 19 and 20. Nehemiah had been given the responsibility of going back to Jerusalem. The Jewish people in the Old Testament had been in Babylon, and now they were coming back into the land. And Nehemiah is in charge of rebuilding the walls around Jerusalem and restoring the temple, that which, so God's people could go back and be a blessing to that area. And there's always difficulties, and there were enemies that would try to discourage the progress and the work that Nehemiah and his team were doing. And Nehemiah knew the challenges, and he knew that there would be times in which the work would be great and the people would be tired and maybe exhausted. Here's what it says in Nehemiah chapter 4, verses 19 and 20. Then I said to the nobles, the officials, and the rest of the people, the work is extensive and spread out, and we are widely separated from each other's along the walls of Jerusalem, a huge project. Whenever you hear the sound of the trumpet, join us there. Our God will fight for us. So Nehemiah, in fact, here's my observation. Nehemiah recognized that the work was great and that the people would be separated. In other words, we work better together than being separate from one another. So he created moments to encourage others. He set in a system that when the people began to be attacked or intimidated or discouraged, they would blow the trumpets. They would kind of like rally the troops, so to speak, and rally to each other and come to each other's side to encourage one another and remind one another that God is fighting for them. And so you can apply this. Of course, it's easy to apply in the church as we have a great work in the kingdom of God. There seems like there's always times in which God's work is extensive and people get separated and they need to be brought back together, and people get discouraged and they need to be encouraged. People suffer and need freedom in many areas. And so, so what we need to do as leaders in the church is to rally the people together and encourage them. Maybe form what I used to call E-teams, encouragement teams of people that can come and encourage one another and then remind them that God will see this through if we keep our eyes on Him and not listen to the words of discouragement, not listen to the voice of less, but trust in God as the voice of more, and He will do it, and He will fight, and that you will prevail in the battle. So it's very true in the church. This can be true. So if you're in a church, keep that in mind. Recommend to your church leaders, your pastor, whoever, that it would be great to have people to encourage one another, E-teams to encourage one another when the work is extensive and when we're spread out, and instead of being separated, we're better together. And then rally people together and remind them that God can do this. And that's the same is true in our families. You know, we can rally our family members and we can encourage them and remind them of God, that God will lead if they will trust Him. So don't listen to the voice of less. Listen to God, the voice of more. Be an encourager of one another. Be a person who speaks the voice of more into other people's lives. That's another way of looking at this, okay? Be a person who speaks the voice of more, not less, and be an encouragement to other people. So that is my word for you today on Sunday, October 10th. My prayer request has been answered. I am excited to tell you that I have met, I've had interest meetings, and we are launching a new church in the Newaygo area. A lot of details not yet known. We are trusting God in this, but it will be in the Newaygo area. It's Better Life Church Newaygo. And we are a non-denominational church. We don't have a website up yet. Our Facebook page is getting created. All the stuff that's going to happen is going to be happening here in the next couple weeks. We are hosting now launch team meetings. So look out on social media, Facebook, whatever, or you can email me or private message me or call or text me if you're interested. we're having launch team meetings where we talk about the vision, the mission of the church, and how everything's going to unroll and all that. And we're hoping to have this launched. Our goal is December 4 or 5. So just kind of keep an eye out on that, and more specifics will be coming. I want to thank you, if you've been in prayer for us, for praying, because we got clarity today and we are moving forward. God has given us the green light. BLC Newaygo, Better Life Church Newaygo, will be launching very, very soon. And we are right now building a launch team. And if you are not in a church and you believe that God is touching your heart to come and join us, or to check this out and get more information, contact me, because I want you. Here's what I want for people. I want you to know God, to find freedom. I want you to discover your purpose. That's so important, so that you can make a difference in the world and know that you are being used by God. So, happy Sunday, and we're ready to roll. BLC Newaygo. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week of the next SQUINT podcast.